Ladies and gentlemen, after a turbulent last couple of days on Bitcoin, with Bitcoin first and foremost breaking below an ascending wedge formation and plummeting about 7,000 US dollars to the downside in a matter of hours, we have managed to find support at 97,000 as expected in yesterday's video as one of the main targets, and we've bounced to the upside. The question is, will this bounce continue? Well, that question relies heavily on what happens with the interest rates decision in 1 day and 10 hours. It's not just Bitcoin that's on the edge of a major move here. It's the DXY, it's the USDT.d chart, it's the S&P 500. All of these charts say the same thing. Something big is coming, and that will likely line up with the FOMC decision. This is the rhetoric I've been spewing for the last 5 days, and it's the rhetoric I will continue to deliver, I should say, not spew, until it actually occurs. We'll look into all of this today, very briefly, concisely, quickly. We're not going to waste your time. Before we get into it, just one thing, the Bitcoin exchange. If you want a global non-KYC exchange that has never been hacked before, that has the lowest trading fees in the game and has the most trading pairs available, or one of the most trading pairs available in the game, you're not going to go wrong with Bitcoin. You can sign up from anywhere in the world. It takes literally 30 seconds to sign up with just an email address and a password. If you use my link down below, you get a 15% trading fee discount on every single buy and sell you make. On top of that, you get 5,500 US dollars in rewards via the reward center. You can see it right there on the screen exclusively with my referral link, that discount. Check it out, guys. BitGet is an alternative option, very major exchange, top 5 in trading volume. It's not available in the USA, but it's good in every other regard. Link is down below there as well. Right, what is the macro structure here? You're probably bored of hearing this by now. I've got to explain it. Unfortunately, it's very important to understand. The macro structure is not horizontal. Okay, for example, back here, the macro structure was horizontal. There was a support level and a resistance level very, very clearly. Back here, the macro structure was a structural pattern, okay, a market pattern. We had a descending channel formation. We broke it to the upside. Right here, the macro pattern is not either of these things. It's actually formed by two cyclical lines, one of them stemming backwards from 2017, crossing through the 2021 highs and offering resistance on multiple occasions throughout this recent macro range. You can see it there in orange. And the support zone stems backwards from 2021, crossing through both the highs and offering support multiple times throughout this macro range. These are the critical levels right now, up here in orange and up here in red. Okay, the red one being around 91,000 and the orange one being at around 110,000, and hence those are the critical breakers for the next macro move. We need to be seeing Bitcoin break that orange level in order to confirm that next macro move. Simple stuff. Now, within that macro range, we have compression. We had compression within this wedge formation. Okay, you can see it right there. I've highlighted it in pink. We broke that formation to the downside. It dropped downwards 7,000 US dollars in a brief period of time. And as you can see on the very short-term charts, it makes perfect sense as to why we stopped that drop at 97,000. I said this would happen yesterday. Go back and watch it. I said we would find support on Bitcoin, either right here in this green box, which is a minor support level between 98K and 99K, or we would stoop down and go to 97,000, which is the POC, the point of control, on the volume profile, meaning that is the area which has had the most historical trading volume within this price range. Therefore, that is the area in which there is the most established support, okay? That $97,000 area is absolutely critical. As soon as we start going below that level there, that's when eyebrows start to get raised. And then obviously if we drop below the bottom of the range, that's when we actually get genuinely concerned. Luckily, we found strong support at 97,000. We have bounced back up and we actually closed an 8-hour candle and many other time frames candles above that minor support zone, which is our first target. So we've done very good stuff here. We've dropped downwards. Yes, it's not an ideal thing to drop downwards in a cup formation like this or a head formation like this. It's not ideal. Rounding top formation, whatever you want to call it. But the fact that we bounced strongly off of that POC is a very good sign that perhaps it's not over yet at all. Perhaps we are still in a good position here for Bitcoin, and we are. We have the exact same story on Ethereum. So Ethereum had this triangle formation and these solid yellow lines. It broke down from a triangle, but it very quickly managed to find support on a line that was previously speculative, which now actually could pretty much be seen as the new bottom of the triangle. Let's go ahead and delete this other one here. You can pretty much say this is the Ethereum structure right now. So Ethereum technically didn't really break down. The total cryptocurrency market cap is a very interesting situation because much like Bitcoin, it's finding support on the POC of the volume profile. I'll show you that in a second. You can see it's flipping its 2021 all-time high for support here. If we zoom in to the local price range, just like how Bitcoin finds support or found support at $93,000, sorry, at $97,000, I should say. The total cryptocurrency market cap did the exact same thing. We broke below triangle formation. We dropped downwards massively in a very short period of time, and we found support sharply on that POC, just like Bitcoin, copying the Bitcoin chart. So the market's being very clear right now. The market is in a pretty sketchy position on short term. It is in the potential process here of creating a lower high, which could be quite concerning. But I think that we need to ignore that right now. I think we need to look at the fact that we've just flipped a major support zone, a major prior resistance zone for support. We've held on to it. And we're going into a very important event now. All of the short-term price action can be thrown out the window in 10 seconds. It doesn't really matter. The fact that we held on to 97,000 is a very good sign. But it's a flippant level. It could be flipped easily. We could go down below it tomorrow. We could go up below it again the next day. None of it really matters until we get clarity on the FOMC meeting. It's very clear that all of this is fragile until after FOMC. That is in 1 day and 10 hours. Now, the FOMC meeting, the result of that meeting, in terms of what the market is perceiving the result of that meeting to be, is very concise, very clear. There's a 97% chance of a rate pause, okay? Only a 2.7% chance of a cut. So assuming we see a rate pause, which is what the market's expecting right now, the market won't react too much from the pause itself. What the market will react to is Jerome Powell's speech, okay? That will be what the market reacts to, the sentiment he delivers within that speech, what he says, his wording. There will be volatility surrounding that. Now, obviously, in the off chance that we do see a cut, there will be massive volatility there as well. Regardless, there will be volatility either way. And it's not just Bitcoin that's waiting for the result there. We can see Bitcoin compressing on the daily chart RSI. We can see the same thing actually on the total cryptocurrency market cap chart, okay? We can see compression here on the daily chart RSI. We can actually see the same thing on Ethereum as well. Compression there in a structure on the daily chart RSI. The market is winding up. I do expect a very big decision here with this FOMC decision. I would be very surprised if we come out of FOMC and we're basically just in the same spot. I think something is going to happen here, or something's going to be put in motion to happen soon at least. And I think this is reflected outside of cryptocurrency. We look at the DXY, for example. We can see the DXY. In red, we have the Bitcoin chart overlaid with the DXY. The DXY is reverse correlated to Bitcoin. Okay, it's the US dollar strength chart, basically. Whenever Bitcoin goes up, this thing's going down. Whenever Bitcoin goes down, okay, this thing's going up. This is just how it works historically, okay? They're reverse correlated, inversely correlated. And what you can see is that in recent months, the DXY has been going sideways for the most part, but it's actually been going up recently. All right, and this is kind of counterintuitive. It doesn't really make sense. Bitcoin's going up and the DXY is going up at the same time. It's quite weird. Right now, we have the DXY attempting to roll over. Now, we need it to roll over. We need it to go down to give Bitcoin the breathing room to go upwards, as they are inversely correlated. That's just how the market works. Another way to explain this is the DXY generally goes down when the Federal Reserve enters quantitative easing. And this is because the strength of the US dollar decreases as more dollars are printed, okay, inflation. But basically, right now, the DXY is on a major support zone. And we have an opportunity here with the FOMC decision for this to plummet to the downside if there is a sentiment displayed by the Fed that they are going to be cutting rates aggressively. If that's the case, that will signal that quantitative easing becomes likely. The DXY will likely begin to drop below support, which will give Bitcoin the room to move upwards. This is all coming to a head again in 2 days, or could be at least. USDT.d, same thing. It's a chart that's actually is quite connected to cryptocurrency, but slightly different, okay? And we can see this is reverse correlated to Bitcoin. When the USDT dominance chart goes upwards, when USDT gains dominance in the market, that is synonymous with Bitcoin goes downwards because Bitcoin is sold into USDT and Bitcoin is bought with USDT, so they're inversely correlated. When one goes up, the other goes down. What we see is the USDT.d chart seeing a resistance support flip right here. We need it to go downwards. We need it to continue downwards. It's at a decision point, and that decision could be triggered again by FOMC in 36 hours. Same thing on the Ethereum chart. Ethereum, very much on the S&P 500 chart. S&P 500 very heavily influenced by the bull market support band. The last time we tested the bull market support band and bounced off of it was September 9th. Okay, what happened on Bitcoin in September 9th? Bitcoin saw the bottom of an 8-month consolidation before swinging to the upside aggressively. That was the last time the S&P 500 tested that bull market support band. And we're testing it again right now. We tested it a couple of weeks ago. We're testing it again right now. Okay, the whole market is literally primed to make a decision, if not at this FOMC move, very soon. But it looks to me that this FOMC decision could be the catalyst. So it's time to pay very, very close attention here. I don't think short term is actually that important right now. I don't really think it is. As long as Bitcoin maintains above 97,000 on the short term's the same, right? Even if we go below that, if it's short-lived, it doesn't really matter. If we start breaking below this macro range at this red line here, that's when we start getting concerned. But 97,000 being held and flipped on that short-term move downwards the other day just puts me at ease, basically. I'm very much not concerned about short-term right now. I'm concerned about the longer-term result and the effect of the FOMC meeting, which is in just 36 hours. That's what I'm looking at very closely. That's what everyone needs to be looking at. So this will be my last video before FOMC, unless something big happens tomorrow. I'm not going to make another video saying the same thing. I already did that 2 days ago, right? I'm just informing you, I'm just warning you and bringing it back to your attention that you need to pay close attention over the next couple of days. This could have the chance of being very, very big here. It also could just be a dud, could just be a non-event. But at this point in time, I am, concerned enough about it. Concern is probably the wrong word. I am vigilant enough to bring importance to it. I feel like it's necessary. So thank you for watching, guys. Again, check out the Bitcoin exchange, global non-KYC. I didn't reach out to them for partnership. They didn't reach out to me, I should say. English is good. It's a good language. I should learn it. I reached out to them, okay? They didn't pay me anything. They didn't throw me emails saying, oh, we'll give you this if you advertise. I advertise them on my own will. The only thing I get is a referral link, which you can click on down below in the description for a 15% trading fee discount and access to a reward center with $5,500 available in rewards. You can see it there on the screen. I've highlighted it down there in the bottom left. Very good exchange, low in trading fees, global non-KYC, use my link down below. Alternatively, if you want a very reputable exchange, top 5 in trading volume, and you're not from the USA, you can check out BitGet. They are KYC, which could be a problem for some, but there's definitely a use case here. Very well-known exchange, you probably know it, top 5 trading volume, very low issues with liquidity, good stuff all around. My link is down below. Also, you're getting a 15% trading fee discount there, so check it out. And the last thing I'll mention is the VIP group on Telegram. Guys, if you want to trade altcoins with me on Telegram, you can see it there. There's all the information. Click on that link in the description and you'll get to this page right here. It shows you the price, it shows you how many trading plans you get per week, which is 4. It shows you the group chat, okay, 145 members, and it also shows you the historical trading results for the last 3 years. Check it out if you are interested. Thank you guys. Have a good day.